Welcome back to Don't Starve. Last time, we got Glommer. Hello, Glommer. And in 7 days, I realized winter is gonna end, so we might not be cold much longer. I remember I wanted ice, so I'm gonna do that. Because we have 17 monster meat. No, it's not 17. 13 monster meat. And I don't really have many filler. So ice would be good for filler. So, just to get more food. I don't really have a plan for this episode. I got Glommer. That was kind of the whole reason I wanted... Ooh, can I snatch that? I can get this one, though. Foolish birds. What I wanted to do... Oh, that's what I was talking about. I didn't really have a plan. The main focus for the longest time was getting Glommer. Now that it's over, I kind of don't know what to do with my life. But I suppose... what I could do is... I don't know. I don't really have a plan. I could go and see... What have I not made yet? A bug net. I haven't made a bug net yet. A fishing pole. Maybe I could get some fishing going. I could organize my storage. That's always fun. It's boring but necessary, because the longer I keep it not organized, just the worse it's gonna get. I could get silk, because I think currently I'm low on silk. In fact, I don't know if I have any silk on me. So I could do that. There's things I can do, but most of them are fairly mundane. I know winter is gonna be ending in a few days. Like, tomorrow would mark 6 days before winter ends, which means I'm gonna want to collect a lot of ice. I normally collect like 80 ice, because ice is great. Ice is good for just for filler, for one. But ice is also good for the summertime, because summertime gets hot. Ice is great if you're overheating and you need to cool down. I wonder, okay, I do. Look, that might actually be good. I want to build a second ice box, because in the summertime, I am going to, am I out of gold? Well, I guess I'm doing that now. Apparently I'm out of gold. My agenda right now is to prepare for the future. Thanks for the eggs. My plan is to go down in the caves during the summertime so I don't overheat and I don't risk anything getting on fire. There's gold over here, right? There better be. Let's like mine it up. No, there's some right here. Okay. Did I ever finish what I was explaining? I don't know if I did. You'll notice I do that a lot. But the plan is to go down the caves, because during in caves you can't overheat, to my knowledge. Where'd my pickaxe go? Okay. So having an icebox down there, because basically through the entirety of summer we're gonna live underground. So things that are going to be important, I'm going to need an icebox down there to keep all my food fresh, and the ice I have, hopefully, so that won't melt, because if I don't keep that in an icebox, it's gonna melt. That will be important. Bee boxes would also be great. I needed them for something. Was it for honey? It might have just been for honey. I mean, it's an extra food source at the very least. And... oh, my fire went out. Awesome. I found out the hard way, and I suppose it makes sense. But I had bee boxes on the no, I didn't have bee boxes. I had, they were just beehives on the surface near my base. And, the Bearger, every season has, like, a giant or a boss, I believe. And Autumn's is Bearger, which is basically a giant bear-badger mix. And, this Bearger likes to eat a lot. You suck. So the Bearger kind of came and absolutely wrecked me. Well, it didn't wreck me, it wrecked the bees. The bees died. But, yeah, it was kind of a problem. So, I don't want bee boxes on the surface because I don't want Bearger to eat them. And I know winter's almost over, but I don't want Deerclops spawning near my base. How many trees? A lot, okay. That's not an option. Is there any trees I can burn down around here? That one, okay. I want to be able to see when the Deerclops comes. Don't you come after me. So, yeah, whenever that sound happens, that means the Deerclops is going to spawn. And I would prefer if the deer's clops did not spawn near my base and instead spawned, I don't know, like near these tall birds. And so I'm burning things down because I would... Uh-oh. That was stupid. I would prefer to be able to see the deer clops when it spawns, and if I'm just holding a torch, I'm not going to be able to see it. I don't know if it spawned or not. I don't know where it spawned. What was I talking about? I remember the caves. I had bee boxes. What else did I have? Are they gone? Are the penguins gone? Yes. Okay. This is important. Penguins here. Penguins there. So now that the penguins are gone, I need to go as quickly as I can and get all their eggs. Now. Because eggs are important for a lot of reasons. Aw, you guys didn't lay any? Okay, that sucks. Well, I did kind of steal all your eggs. That's fine. Where are there more? 2. Okay, there's 2 here. I can go and get those. Eggs are good because you can take rotten eggs. Because when things rot, they turn into rot. And there are a few things that don't. They turn into something else. I think fish is one of the things that it doesn't do that with. I think it turns into like spoiled fish or something. However, eggs turn into rotten eggs. And the good thing with those... Oh, don't tell me... Oh, this is gonna suck if this happens. Oh, do they not lay any eggs if I'm not, like, around them? That better not be the case. That sucks. I think that might be the case. Okay. Well, I was gonna get eggs, but I guess I won't now. I'm still gonna look for eggs, but I think it might be in vain now. But rotten eggs are important because you can use them to make gunpowder. And the only reason I survived in autumn was because I killed the bearger using a crap load of gunpowder. But if I don't have rotten eggs, I can't make gunpowder. I think there are other ways to get eggs, though. I'd have to look that up, how to get eggs. I don't consider looking stuff the wiki cheating, because, 1, that's just kind of how I play all games. I always try and find, whenever I get a new game, if there's a wiki about it, in terms of not only just for lore, but for just, like, game mechanics. I'm gonna look at the wiki. I don't care. That's just what I'm gonna do. For most games. I mean, more, like, I don't know, survival games or, like base building games, like stuff like that. Also, it would be different if I was playing this for fun on my own. But I'm doing this for content. And me doing stuff 100 ways, trying to figure out best with the possibility of failure, is not exactly the way you make an entertaining YouTube video. And of course, I don't know how to make an entertaining YouTube video in the first place, because I wouldn't consider these videos entertaining, but people seem to like them. I don't know why, but apparently people do. So, I don't know. But my point being, it's content. And I would like to do things right the first try. Or at least attempt to do it right the first try before I go and do something stupid. Did that make sense? I hope it does. Because if it doesn't, I'm kind of screwed. Hello, Glommer. We have 13 eggs, which will make 13, 13... Is my thermal stone? Yeah, my thermal stone is dead. That'll make 13 gunpowder. I don't remember how many I actually used to kill the verger. Because if... The problem is, I had to experiment a lot. Because if you use too much, you kill it immediately. And the problem is, it lights on fire if you use too much gunpowder. And then all the stuff you were attempting to get burns, which defeats the purpose of killing, unless you just want to get rid of it, of course, in which case, then, yeah, I guess you wouldn't care. But ideally, you would want to use just the right amount of gunpowder to where you don't kill it, and then you can just hit it a couple times with your weapon, and then you kill it, because then you get its stuff. I almost said droppings, but that is not the same thing. So, I don't remember how much gunpowder it took to kill the verger. I was going to write it down, and then I guess I just never did. So, that kind of is great. Alright, come on, Glommer. I'm going to push you closer to the... Nope, that's the wrong way. I'm going to push you closer to the campfire, so I can be near you and the light at the same time. Oh, I guess I am hungry, aren't I? I can take this off, although... winter is going to be going soon, so it doesn't really matter if I preserve it. Although it is snowing now. Oh, and my jerky is done. So I suppose it does dry in the winter. That's good to know. Okay, so we got 40 ice. That should be fine. 40 works. Because I also don't want to waste too much room in my ice box. 2 ice boxes are great. That is usually enough for me to... I always have room in the ice box. But I would have to get more gears if I want to do that, because I have a second ice box, but I'm going to use it for the caves. Assuming I make it to then, of course, as we saw with the deer clops and the hounds, this might end sooner than I want. And I looked around, I made sure, unless I missed it on the map, I don't see any respawn areas. So I could make a meat effigy. That requires beard hair, health, and boards. I only have 2 beard hair, so I could go insane. I could get more beard hair, just in case. And it might not be actually the dumbest idea to do that. That might actually be smart. But when have I ever done a smart thing? That's not something I do. Oh yeah, I was gonna make the icebox. I should probably do that before I forget. So I have the ability to make a second one. Okay, well I guess it's just there now. That's fine. As long as I just keep it in there, I have it built. It just won't go away. That's fine. That works. I just have to be stupid and not accidentally place it down, and all will be well. What does 4 ice make? I'm curious. I think it doesn't make anything, but I am curious. Yep. What a coop. You're back. Hello. Okay, so winter truly is ending. I just want to go one last time to all the Pangol stuff, just to make sure, yeah, that they didn't lay any eggs. That really sucks. That sucks quite a bit, but it's fine. Maybe I can work towards that. Is let my sanity drop, and I can get some more beard hair. That might be a good course of action. Hello. Hello, rabbit. Or I could just hold on to you, and then I can go insane, and I can murder you, and hopefully get beard hair. I mean, it's a win-win. I either get beard hair, or I get nightmare fuel, both of which are things that would be useful to me. So I suppose that would be good. The seasonal... Okay, well, spring might be a problem for a couple of reasons. What happens during the spring is there is the moose goose, which I've never had a problem with the moose goose. The thing I'm actually concerned about is frog rain, because something that can happen in the spring. And I've heard it's supposed to be kind of rare, but I guess I just have the worst luck in the world, because every time I've played this game, on every single serve, it happens to me at least twice, every spring. The first spring, too. I think as, like, time goes on, the seasons are kind of supposed to get harder. No, just it happens twice, every time. If not more. So, frog rain's great, because about 1 million frogs start raining, and they're not dead, they're alive. And, as you might know, as a frog hits you, you drop an item. So you're running around trying to kill these frogs, and once you hit, if you hit one frog, the rest of them, like, aggro on you and start attacking you. So that's great. I suppose. Presents for me. You shouldn't have. Battlemaster. Ooh, that's purple, which means it's important for some reason. Actually, I have enough spools to weave another character. Spools are the in-game currency, and if you get 2,700, then you can weave a new character that normally you could just pay for to get. But I kind of don't know which one to get. There's 4 characters. There is Wirt, which the merms, the little merm people, it's basically a playable merm. There is Wanda, which is the one that I think is most appealing, because she's like a time traveler, and she can use these little clocks and like pocket watches she has to do cool things. But I'm scared because one of the things I've heard is I'm not doing anything. I should probably do something. One of the things I've heard is that Wanda is a hard character to play for beginners, and I am certainly a beginner. You have to know what you're doing to use Wanda. I do not know what I'm doing. Wanda would not be an ideal character for me. Although cool, because I love myself a time traveler. And I just like the character as well. I've looked at her quotes, and they're pretty great. That's another thing. Like, characters are one thing, but if I can't get behind the personality of a character, why am I gonna pick it, right? That's not just me. Other people do that, right? I'm normal, I hope. I'd probably take this off. It's weird looking at my character with that hat now. I feel like I'm bald, even though I'm just used to seeing a hat on me. I don't know how I see, I guess, these two eyes, which that's weird. If you don't look at... If that's weird, I don't like that. It looks better from this angle. Anyway, what else is there? There's 4, I think. Oh, Wormwood, I believe, is one of them, who is basically a living plant. So, that's interesting. And then there is... What's its name? It's like a little red imp thing. What is it? Wartox. That's it. There's Wartox. And Wartox has the ability to... when you kill something, you get souls. And you can use... And because Wartox doesn't really eat food, but you can eat souls, and you can also use souls to teleport. So... That's like the Wartox ability, which sounds a little interesting. Sounds kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't know if it'd be my first choice. So there's 4 DLC characters, and then you can unlock them with spools, and I have 3,600 or something like that, so I can actually get one of them. But, of course, I don't know if I could betray... I don't know if I could betray Weber. I'm so used to playing this character, I am so... That's annoying. I'm so used to playing this character, I'm too afraid to go and choose a different one, because I've gotten so used to playing with Weber and the lifestyle surrounding it. I'm too afraid to branch out. Mostly just because I like not having to fight spiders. I find that pretty useful. And I'm sure not having to worry about catcoons or pig men killing you would also be pretty cool and nice, but I don't know. Aren't you wonderful? Could you not? Like, that would be pretty awesome if you didn't do that. Well, I guess I'm just gonna wait till morning then. This is basically an immovable object faces an unstoppable force. This is what that is. Except, I win. Oh, look at that color change. It's yellow now. That's gross. Which basically means springtime. Springtime's coming. But it's like early spring, so it's still cold. My sanity's going... I think I'm just gonna go insane and then wait for the rabbit to turn to beard hair. Oh, you can see the snow's going away. The snow is leaving, but it's still cold. If you look at the temperature gauge, it's still cold. And ice sticks around for a little bit. I do love the springtime music, though. This music. I'm gonna turn it up. I love it. It's one of my favorite, I really like the soundtrack for Don't Starve Together. It's, one of my favorites. They don't have a Don't Starve Together soundtrack, though. They only have the soundtrack from Don't Starve, which sucks, because I prefer the Don't Starve Together soundtrack. Much better, but just personal preference, I suppose. But look, no more snow. But as you can look, it's still cold, so if you don't pay attention, and if you're like, oh, it's springtime, yay, I can stop worrying about everything, you'll be wrong. And things will not go good. And I suppose, since there's no longer snow on the ground, it really doesn't make sense for me to have the skin anymore. So, I don't know about you, but I think it's time for a little bit of a wardrobe change, wouldn't you? What have we? Have this one, which is like the moon one. Winter, this is the farm, like the farm spider. This one's kind of I don't know, springish potentially, because it's like a warrior spider, and I think that's cool. This is more of an autumn one because it's like Halloween, because that's the Halloween costume. We have this one, but I don't really like this one, but I bought it anyway. This one's cool, the Forge skin. I completely purchased this without any money. I saved up all the spools in order to get it, and I got it. So I got this one without having to spend any money. This one's cool, but this is like summertime because it's hot. These are all like the rules I made in my mind, but I don't know if it actually matters. This one, I don't know what occasion you could use that for, like what season. This is like a springtime one because it's like flowers. So this one could work. This one's kind of anytime because you're just a mess. And this one's like, ooh, evil version. I actually have a sweatshirt with this skin on it that I was given. Oh, and this is another Halloween one because it's another costume. But I guess we can go with either warrior spider, or I think I'm just gonna pick this one because I like it. I think it's cool with the roses and whatnot. So yeah, we'll go with that one. I don't know. If you want me to change it, I always could. Maybe I could change it in the future even. I can look. This is the skin. Isn't it lovely? Beautiful. Okay. Now that it's spring, we have a little more leeway. However, one thing I need to craft now, actually. What's the stereotype with spring? It rains a lot. I need silk for that. Dang it. Well, I guess I gotta go kill some spiders. It rains a lot in the springtime. I think that's one of the stereotypes. I should put my hat back on. Although that will raise my sanity, but I really don't care. Look how many spiders I have. So many. Guess they're all gonna die. Alright, we got 1. Okay, 2 silk. That's good. 3. Nice. 4 would be good. Alright, I guess not. And this is what you can start spider civil wars, which is easier to do, but you kind of need more spiders to do that. Alright, 5 silk, 7 monster meat. It's pretty good. Could be worse. I don't think there's a way to name things in this game. Oh, look at you. Forgive me lots. That's another thing we can do in spring, is we can once again begin to plant things. Like crops and stuff, not like trees. Although you could plant trees, because as you saw, the birch trees, or whatever they're called, they're not called birch, but they just look like birch. It grew its leaves back, and once the leaves are back, you can start getting seeds from it again. So we can get that again. That would be good. In between now and the next episode, I'm gonna look out how to get eggs, so I can get more eggs, and then I suppose I can start planting this stuff again. And I'm gonna plant these seeds. I know there's an optimal thing. It's like, oh, this one's great in this time, and this one's great in this time, but I really don't care. I probably should, but I don't care. Anyway, nighttime now, and then I can put some wood. Put another tree to chop down. Well, I think this has been a mildly successful episode. It certainly doesn't live up to last of... Oh, yep, it's raining again. There we go. And the deal with rain is... Sometimes this is just a game feature, but I think for some people this is true in real life. Rain lowers sanity, so it's kind of important to... I need the pigskin. It's kind of important to make sure you don't get wet, because if you get too wet, your sanity goes down. Which actually, if I'm trying to get my sanity to go down, that might actually be a horrible idea. But I'm still going to need an umbrella at some point. I'm actually going to make 2, because normally I need 2. I really need to organize this, because I have no system whatsoever, but I don't know, I'll do it sometime. I didn't do it this episode, but maybe in another one. Another one. Go. I'll put you away. And now I have an umbrella. Oh, and I can make that hat as well. There's a hat you can make. A straw hat. Which if you have a straw hat, it completely negates the wetness. Yeah, I'm running out of storage space too, so it would be actually not a horrible idea to organize that and get more. But that's Future Me's problem. So, Where did I put my umbrella? Oh no, I have it. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I will see you in the next one. You have a great rest of your day. And, anyway, bye.